Top of the morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, my name's Andreas. I'm a third-year medical student at Gregor MED University. So today is a bit of a different video that I haven't done before, which will be a vlog. So the aim of today is to give you guys a little bit of a view into my life, what it looks like to live as Andreas on a daily Monday. So full disclosure, today is not a very busy day when it comes to class, but I do have quite a lot of work to do. So normally I start my day around 7:30 and hop in the shower, sort of getting myself ready for the day to make sure that I look and smell nice for patients and for professors potentially, to make sure that I sort of look quite decent. The next step that I do for the day is have some breakfast, which is something that I really need right now. So let's go and get some breakfast before we keep talking. So my breakfast is a bit of a science. I've come up with this smoothie that took me a bit of a while. Essentially, I mean, it's not my own creation, it's just some stuff that I throw together every morning. But I always used to have like toast for breakfast or sort of varying things. And now I came up with a smoothie, which is something that keeps me full for most of the day. And I tend to have quite a small lunch. And I found myself always sort of hungry by 11 o'clock if I eat now at 8:30, which is not very good, because especially that wouldn't even get me through my first class. So I like sitting here at my window, sort of looking out and enjoying the view, watching people sort of go to work and watching cars drive around. And I have my smoothie, and at the same time I am going to set up my to-do list for the day and what exactly I need to do, and have a look at my weekly tasks and see what out of my weekly tasks I'm going to move into my today's task. I can essentially say what's important for me today, which is the sort of me time aspect of it, which would be going to the gym and enjoying the running club this evening. These are sort of two tasks that I have for myself, and then I'm going to have a look at the rest of my stuff to see what exactly I need to do for the rest of the day. With the to-do list done, well, that's a bit of a tongue twister, I am going to quickly go through some work that I have to do for this morning, so rheumatology, and I'm sort of just going to go through the diseases that we have today and just make sure that my knowledge is refreshed. I went through it yesterday, but at the same time, I must be very honest, I don't think that I remember everything, so it's always good to refresh in the morning. So I'll probably read through that for another 10 minutes and then I will head out towards the university. But what I also want to say is that I'm not particularly this productive or productivity geek, so that means that my to-do list actually might increase during the day, because I usually remember things sort of throughout the day that I need to do. I would call myself quite a chaotic brain in the sense. I've got quite strong ADHD, and that requires me to sometimes be a bit creative on how I manage myself and how I manage sort of my daily tasks. So very important to me is that I at least have a little bit written down that I have on my list. And sort of got the main tasks that I'm pretty sure that I have for today written down, and then obviously as I go I will fill up the rest. But this also means that I have to be quite creative in my time management and make sure that I have enough time for each task, because often something comes in between, and things like useless scrolling on Instagram and useless scrolling on Facebook are things that definitely ruin the time planning of the day. Anyway, I'm just going to go through the last bit of the diseases that I have for today, and then I'm going to have to head out on my bicycle. And it's about a 30-minute cycle to university, but the weather is really prime, and it's only about 6 degrees outside, but I don't really care because the sun is shining, and that is something really exciting in Latvia. Alright, so time is up. I need to get ready to go to university. I would say there's not much magic to what I carry in my bag, although most people have this sort of daily carry. To be honest, all I carry is a lab coat, a stethoscope, and a laptop, especially because I travel by bicycle. I also don't prefer to carry that much, and because I have recently been robbed of all my possessions, I also prefer not to carry in general that much, because that cost me my iPad, my camera and my laptop, and now if I get robbed and I only have one thing on me, then the damage isn't that big. Alright, so So let's go grab my bike, and then it's time for a nice casual cycle to university. Let's do it.
So we've finished our rheumatology class. Tomorrow we have one more, and I think then on Wednesday is the last one. So what you can sort of expect in these classes is that you are expected to be extremely prepared for the class. In the beginning we write a test to sort of prove that we have prepared properly for the class, and then you'll go through quite a lot of clinical cases and sort of discuss why and what is different and why which disease fits where. And so now just enjoying the sunshine on the ride back home, and then I'm gonna hop to the gym quickly and then sort of start preparing for tomorrow's classes, which will be in pharmacology and rheumatology, but not in a very big rush because the sunshine's really good and I'm really not in the mood to be extremely productive, but that will have to happen anyway.
Essentially what I'm trying to do with these videos is sort of give you a realistic perspective of what medical students do all day. Because I think on YouTube there are a lot of super efficient medical students and people that work extremely hard. And I say extremely hard because I think I work sort of okay hard, but there's some people out there that really take it to the next level when it comes to sort of getting their work done and being extremely streamlined. And I think what's also important is to realize that a lot of being a medical student is not being extremely streamlined sometimes. Sometimes it's about, you know, having slow starts in the morning and going to the gym and sort of getting your priorities done the way that they should be. So essentially that's why I'm trying to give you guys as much as an uncut version. So I'm trying to do everything on a first take, just setting up the camera and making sure that sort of I'm on it to some degree, before I sort of show you guys an inflated reality. And in my opinion, part of an inflated reality is sort of not showing you what goes on in between things, like not showing you the sort of dirty work that goes into being a medical student, because I often find that we forget that people have sort of apartments and households, and people do vlogs, but they don't ever tell you that they actually clean their apartment or that they clean their room up. I always find that you look into their houses and I think, holy shit, everything is fantastic there. And where I am, it's chaos. So I also want to give you guys sort of the perspective of, you know, the light form of healthy chaos. Anyway, let's go to the gym, and I won't take you guys into the gym because I'm not a gym influencer. And I will talk to you guys afterwards, and it should be about a 1 hour session. I usually like going to the gym quick, get it done sort of as fast as I can. I don't like hanging around there particularly much because I don't particularly like the gym. I sort of just do it to achieve my sporting goals. So I'm gonna go to the gym. When I'm back, it's gonna be a little bit of chill time and some lunch, and then we're gonna get jumped to the work. And so this is, I would say, the speed I normally do things at. So this is sort of quite a chilled, normal day. I think one of my favorite things to do when I film, especially these sort of like B-roll things, is doing scenes where I leave, because I typically leave then. And yes, you're right, I have to come back then and switch off the camera. Anyway, it's time to go to the gym. One of the biggest life hacks I've found that help me do things like go running and go to the gym is meal prep. So on the weekends, it is really easy to cook your meals in advance and then just package them. So that days like today, where I have quite a lot of work to do and I've got class, now gym, and later running, I can still get in my study sessions because I'm not going to waste about an hour trying to get my meals ready. So it's a really big life hack, and it frees up a whole lot of time. The other nice thing about meal prep is that I get to have 2 hot meals a day, which is really helpful. Anyway, I'm going to use the next 45 minutes to enjoy some YouTube and answer some messages. And while we're here, I found this really cool channel that I think you should subscribe to. So if you're not subscribed yet, then click the subscribe button below. So my break escalated a bit too much. but when doesn't it? I sort of ended up scrolling a bit too much, and I realized that I was actually really tired. So I've changed my clothes and I quickly took a 10-minute nap. Essentially, what I do is I like to just lie in my bed. Although I don't fall asleep, I just lie there and sort of close my eyes, and I set a timer, and usually it doesn't, 10 minutes is not enough for me to fall asleep. So it's nice for me to sort of just do nothing essentially. I usually call it brain yoga, because it's just nice to not think about anything for a couple of minutes, and that usually like helps me feel very recovered. So yeah, now I am ready to sort of tick off what I've done in on my day list, so that I can just check out what I need to still do. So I actually forgot to buy conditioner, as I said this morning on the list. But anyway, I've gone to the gym, running clubs a bit later. I've cleaned the kitchen, and now I need to look at doing the work for tomorrow. So our class prep. So specifically, I need to prep rheumatology and pharmacology. And now I'm going to quickly prioritize what needs a bit more focus than the other. So essentially, I would say that rheumatology currently is a bit more difficult than pharmacology. I've got quite a good grasp of pharmacology, and that's why I'm not too worried about it. I could even prep it tomorrow. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to go through tomorrow's pathologies that we have, and go through the clinical cases that we have to do for tomorrow. And that way I'll hopefully be prepared for the class tomorrow. And pharmacology, I'm always happy to do that even lying in bed this evening, because in my opinion, it doesn't take particularly much time, and it doesn't take particularly much energy, because I just need to read over the drugs and sort of start learning them a bit off by heart. So yeah, I'm going to jump into the work now, and then at 7 o'clock I am going to go running. So I'm actually going to try and see if I can sort of push through for the next 2 to 3 hours, and see if throughout that time I can just get all my work done. And as I actually had a look at one of the old time lapses, or the time lapses that I just did, I see that the light is very variable. So this is again tying into what I want to do today, which is sort of unscripted, unfiltered sort of life of what it looks like to be a medical student. So I haven't set up my studio lights. I haven't really set up anything besides actually the audio of the camera, and quite a few things I've been filming with my cell phone camera. So just bear with me, guys, but I hope you guys do enjoy this style of video. And if you do, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, let's get some work done so that I stop procrastinating. Otherwise, I will not get stuff done today. It really isn't particularly helpful when my cell phone dies that's doing the time lapse for my work. But anyway, I have finished up all my work. It is about 6:30, and it's actually 27. That means I gotta get ready for running quickly, and then I can go for the group run, and that sort of concludes my day actually. I just quickly want to get ready for running. I really wish this happened this easily every time, but it doesn't. Anyway, this is going to conclude my day pretty much, and I'm probably going to go for about an 8 to 10 kilometer run now, and then that's it for my work day. I'll probably just chill on the couch and eat my food for the rest of the evening. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, leave a comment, like, subscribe. If you like seeing videos like this, then let me know in the comments below, and otherwise, see you guys in the next one.